Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Well, like I said yesterday, I need to take these hubs apart and see why they are making such a mess. You know, Bobby went through, I don't know, about a year back and installed a seal kit, and something went wrong. So we got to figure this out. So I'm going to get on in there and see what's going on. There's oil all over, and anyone that has ever used brakes knows that brakes and oil is not a good combination. What's turbo chewing on there? What do you got there, buddy? Huh? That is an antler off of a moose that Bobby and his girlfriend found at some kind of market thing that they went to, but it was an art festival, I guess. And apparently the antlers from a moose are extremely hard. He's been working at this thing. How long have you had this now? A couple weeks? And he's barely making a dent in it, but he sure enjoys it. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get to work, tear this apart. I've already got the big nuts off of there, and let's dig into this and see why those hubs are leaking. I'll be back in a little bit. Yeah, as you can see, this is a mess. There is oil coming all the way down the splines, all the way out. Now, there's supposed to be a little O-ring inside, a little sleeve inside there, and I have a feeling that maybe that's not there. So let's dig a little deeper and see what's going on in here. As I said, the seals are brand new, so that shouldn't be the issue. Well, that seal is dust. Yeah, let me get it. Make that there's one O-ring there. That's the sleeve I was talking about, and that's supposed to be able to come off of there. All right, dig into this a little bit deeper. So yeah, what we have here is a mess. Obviously, it's been just leaking a lot of oil there. Got them backing plates off. Now, this collar here is supposed to be able to turn, for one thing, and it is locked up on there, and it looks like it's kind of connected to them splines, which it shouldn't be. I should be able to pull that off, and it does not come off. Even I'm losing brake fluid, but that washer there looks like it's gotten a little beat up. So there's a little play in that bearing. Let's see how this other side looks. There again, that collar is not coming off. The edge there, I believe that's supposed to be smooth and square all the way out. This bearing's tight. So That's quite a bit of play in that bearing. I think I'm gonna have to be replacing bearings, these collars, and just make this new all the way out. We wanted to take this thing for a drive today after getting this motor running yesterday, but I don't think that's gonna happen because now I'm gonna have to run to a parts store, and I got quite a bit of work to do on these axles. So yeah. That's a bummer, but we got to get it done. So I'll let you know how it goes. I'll let you know what I figure out, and see you in a little bit, guys. So quite honestly, guys, I do not know what in the world happened here, but these seals got absolutely destroyed. This spacer here that goes on the inside of that collar there was all bent and jammed so tight that I took my propane torch and heated the collar up in order to get it off of there. Now there's a little chingadera there. I don't know how that happened. I'm going to smooth that out before I reassemble it. There's a tiny amount of play in that bearing, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. It's not that bad. This one has none, and this axle doesn't have any of the chingas. I don't know how else to say it, but as you can see, I mean, somebody beat on that, and I think that probably got that collar so it wouldn't move freely on here, which ended up destroying all the bearing and everything. So I'm gonna knock these bearings out. I got new wheel kits. They come with new shims, O-rings, gaskets, everything is in here. So I'm gonna get all this cleaned up. This is an absolute mess, and get to reassembling it. That's real interesting there. Look at that. That's like welded on. I don't know what is going on here, but I'm gonna put it back together, and hopefully it doesn't do that again. We don't need a reoccurrence of whatever happened there. So yeah, this is a messy job. I'm gonna get it cleaned up, and we'll put this back together and hope it's right. We'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, so I cleaned these splines up a little bit, just touched them with my little flappy disc that's worn out, so it didn't take much off at all. And this is doing now exactly, I mean, I literally had to heat it up. I used a chisel to get between the bearing and that just to get it to move, and now we're in good shape. So cleanliness, a little cleanup of the splines, and I think we're back in good shape. So let's get this side assembled. All right, so let's put this together. I personally like lubricating things as I assemble. And as soon as I find Alright, let's put a little. Now, first thing to go on is the shim. Okay. Then we have a little O-ring here. Now this collar is beveled there. That goes on in there. Okay, nice tight fit. All right, let's get the other side done. And we're ready to put this thing back together. Cleaned up all the brake drums and everything. Boy, it was an oily mess. So let's get the other side done. Well, I'm not liking that one. All right, that one might be a problem.
somebody at some point while working on this thing did some beating on this axle, and I didn't see it before, but it is definitely there. And I'm going to clean the inside of this out a little bit too. For some reason, you can see the little markings in there, and I think it caused a little burrs in there that is preventing this from spinning. I'll be right back. That is very fine stone on that Dremel. So let's see how this feels now. All right. Took some old burrs off of it, and it'll be fine now. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I got the transmission all filled up. I don't know if you can see, but it's right there at the top. There. We got no seepage here. Everything's torqued correctly. Reassembled. Nice and dry under there, so we're not getting any leakage. Everything's turning good. So I'm confident we got some sealed axles now. Go ahead and put the drums on there, and yeah, on to the next thing. Next item, we got a throttle cable and wiring. Then we should be good. All right, I can get these drums on. All right, guys, coming down off its stilts, and old Bobby's gonna drive it around the block and see how it feels. I'd ride with him, but we got kind of a interior problem. Work in progress, guys.
Yep.
But all right,
I need help getting these out because it's tipping.
Is it tipping? All right. All right, guys, when we're back, this thing will be going down the street. All right, we'll see. Uh-oh. Well, guys, we got her started up. We backed it out, and
it took off and it backfired, and I ran out of gas, we think.
So now we're having a little bit of trouble getting the hood open because I don't know what's with the cable operation in there.
Well, normally there's a fuel door right here, and the last owner decided to weld that and
welded the door shut.
Put the fuel
inlet
thing in there. So yeah.
So anyways,
when it has gas in the carb, it runs great. The little,
when it was running, it was running great.
The little it did.
But that backfire, I think, was a lean backfire because it was running out of gas, but some gasoline sloshed around and loaded the carburetor back up, and it ran real good. And then it ended up dying. So
had to push it down the road.
Yep.
Neighbor ran out of his house and helped.
Thank you, neighbor. Anyways, guys, we made some progress today. We got some problems to work out, but hell, this thing's nearly 60 years old, so you know, we're gonna get it together. And the motor does run good, so it just needs gasoline. Anyways, guys, we're gonna go to this thing called Bugtoberfest tomorrow over at one of the local VW shops here, Chirco Automotive, and they have an annual car show and swap meet. So we're gonna be there in the morning, and we'll take a video of that. And then tomorrow when I get home, I'm gonna put some gasoline in this thing and I'm gonna drive it around. So we'll see you tomorrow, and lots to show tomorrow between the car show and this thing actually going down the road. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you again.